Hey guys, Mike Borders with the Mike Borders channel. Today I want to show you another way that you can replace a rusty fuel line. So for example, you get underneath your car and you have a very rusty fuel line that you want to replace, or you actually have a fuel line that has rusted to a point where it has begun to leak, and that is not good too. What you could do, you can go to the local auto parts store, you can get an actual fuel line or a steel fuel line. You can also buy this little rubber hose, and one thing I want to mention, you have a pressure line. So that fuel line is pressurized, and so for example, my car is a 95 Toyota Celica I was working on the other day, and I believe that pressure or pounds is rated for 16 or 18 pounds of pressure in that fuel line. And this hose, I don't know if you can see it, however, it is a braided hose. It is rated for pressure higher than what I needed, which is good. So I went out and I bought a couple feet of this, and I got underneath the car, and I found an area of the hose where it's not rusted, where I could cut that part of the hose and take about 2.5 to 3 feet down the actual underbody of the car and make another cut and get rid of that whole rusted part of the actual line, and then put this rubber hose on. So you have your clamps that you can get. You can get a couple different kinds. You can get the ones that you just use your pliers and pinch, and it opens up the actual clamp, and you position it onto the fuel line and the hose, and then you release it and it grabs. But I grabbed these because I wanted to actually tighten as much as I could without harming the actual lines. Another good thing to do when you're working with this hose, you'll notice when you put this on, or when you actually make that cut for the line to pull that rusted part off, same concept as when you're flaring your brake lines. You can actually make a bubble flare with a flare unit, or double flare, and what that'll do is it'll create another barrier tip, for example, that this hose can go over and grab a hold of, so that will alleviate it trying to weasel its way off. But if you don't do that route, the clamp should be fine. So again, just another tip, another way to fix a rusty brake or fuel line without actually having to buy the actual brake lines, or I'm sorry, the fuel lines itself. Guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I hope it helps. Thanks.